Plummer and Adriana Fitzmaurice. Kevin Dan alongside Rich Feller. Rich, what are you going to be looking for in the first few points of this match?
I think just to see if UCLA can adjust to the change in the Stanford lineup now, facing Plummer for the first time this year. And if they can serve, pretty tough to try to get Stanford out of their offensive preferences.
Speaking of serving tough, Morgan Hentz can do just that. Out the middle, Emily Ryan misses long, but got a touch at the net.
That is something that UCLA really would like to do, get a lot of attacks out of their middles to try to free up the outsides for some better opportunities when they have to go outside to set the ball.
It's one area where they have a lot of youth is with their middles, UCLA. Emily Ryan, the most experienced, her and Sabrina Smith, redshirt sophomores. Service air. Kate Formico serving, defensive specialist. Pretty good server as well, 19 aces. Good serve. Has UCLA out of system. But a great roll shot there from the right side.
That was a great assist by Simo on the bump set all the way across the net on the money, allowing for a choice of shots, and the roll shot was able to score.
That was Jenny Moser, the junior from Lakeville, Minnesota. Pac-12 All-Frosh a couple of years back. Great serve there. Off the slide, it's Gates against her former team, dug out nicely by Mac May. Good second effort there by McClure. They go to Simo, and she tools the block.
Really nice transition, quick tempo to the outside. Simo, a little smaller as an outside hitter, needs that tempo to be able to beat the block, and was able to do so on that perfect set.
And with Kaylee Thompson out there, that's her calling card, setting those quick balls to the outside, really known for quick sets. As there is a stop in the action. Not sure exactly what the issue is.
I think we have a little, possibly a little blood or something from a cut to be cleaned up. Looks like.
Yeah, it looks like Megan McClure is getting looked at, and yeah, probably from running into the chairs right there.
This is one of the good changes in the rules since before I started coaching, is you don't need to take a timeout for this. It's a safety issue, obviously. They let the trainers take care of it. You don't need to sub. There's a certain amount of time that they will allow this to happen, but if there's any fluids on the floor, they want to make sure they take care of that. It's a nice addition to the rules to just let the game go on as it should with the small delay.
McClure, a junior, as we look at Michael Seeley. McClure it's been an adjustment year for her, according to Coach Kevin Hambley. Was platooning with Kendall Kipp. Then when Kipp went out with injury, McClure started going back to 6 rotations and has really picked up her game in recent matches.
Yeah, she is, again, a 6 rotation player who can do it all. And she seems like she's undersized in today's game, but she's really not. And she's got a lot of shots. She knows how to play the game. She's experienced with the national championship team. And it's not a tough thing to put her in the lineup here. And she's making the most of her time.
Yeah, won a title last year, was AVCA All-America Honorable Mention in 2018 when she averaged more than 2.5 kills per set.
Looks like they have still a little more cleanup to do here.
Assistant Alicia Glass-Childress is out there with the wipe and the towel.
I'll bet when she decided to start coaching, she never in 1,000 years thought she'd be out there with a little disinfectant spray and a towel on the court.
Great player at Penn State.
Don't I know that? We had to face her way too many times.
Stanford is hosting a neurodiversity match today, and what that means, neurodiversity, is the concept that humans do not come in a one-size-fits-all neurologically normal package, and refers to the infinite range of differences in individual human brain function. So for this match. The lights did not go out for the introductions. There was a lower music PA volume. The Stanford band was not here, and they're reducing the use of game horns during warm-ups and the match. It's a nice thing that the Cardinal is putting on here today. Over on 2 goes Gray. Savvy Simo wins the battle at the net.
That's a great high shot by her. Open hand tip, just pushed it off the block, out of bounds. You can see the way she gets this little push after this goes up. Great set off the knees.
McClure, Barry with the dig. Over dig. Plummer now, off the block.
You can see that UCLA's strategy early on is to serve that short ball. It's probably to disrupt the middle attack of Stanford, or maybe even take the pass off the net, so Gray has to set outside. It's been fairly effective. They've gotten a couple transition plays out of it.
That's a good idea because the middle attack has been working really well for the Cardinal as of late. Alan Gates was set 31 times in a win against Arizona State last week as that attack goes into the net for Mac May.
It's pretty rare to have a middle hitter attack more than your outside hitter in a set or in a match. But Gates came pretty close to that in that night.
Yeah, 31 swings in 3 sets for a middle. That's and she had 13 kills, so she was making them pay off. Great serve. UCLA with a free ball. Out to Plummer. Over dig. Off the slide, Gates. The up from Hentz. Good blocking coverage by the Cardinal. Moser missing.
Great defense by both teams on that. For that Kelly Berry dig one-on-one against Plummer. That's a career right there.
Yeah, that's one to tell your grandchildren about. Sabrina Smith dug out by Hentz, doing what she does best. Mac May in the back row. Great jam shot there from Savvy Simo.
Yeah, great vision, pushing the ball deep. Stanford will often rotate a middle back defender to that corner when there's a tip situation, but Simo just put it in a good spot. McClure couldn't quite lay out and get it.
So here comes the other setter, Devin Chang. Her older sister, Peyton, played at Stanford, then Brad transferred to Northwestern. Gates off 1 foot. Chang there for the first ball. Bump set from Barry for Simo. Gates again. This time it finds the floor.
Gates has hit a couple cross-court shots that got dug, and that we were able to see her ability to have range. She put her thumb down a little bit and hit down the line on this one to clear outside of Simo, who was blocking cross-court.
Gates, of course, 3 years at UCLA, transferred to Stanford, getting her master's in statistics, and statistically she has been spectacular for Stanford this season. More than 1.3 blocks per set as Plummer puts it down.
Plummer looks rested.
Yeah. We were talking yesterday just over the phone. You said that's probably the month that she had off is probably the longest she has gone without any competition in volleyball in quite some time.
I have no doubt about that. Yeah. Not that she wasn't working hard during that time, but not on the court.
Out of the middle, Holly Campbell. Sabrina Smith was right there. Lexi Hadrich is roofed. Holly Campbell there alongside Jenna Gray.
Yeah, that was a situation with Hadrich didn't really get off the net far enough to make a really strong attack on this, so she was a little bit off balance. Stanford's just too big and too good at the net.
Sydney Wilson, serving specialist in. Hadrich rejected again.
That's a tough block to put it through, and that time both blockers were there, set up in front of her. She had a good approach, but they were just in great position. You can see hands over the net. pushing it to the floor.
We just showed the stat. Stanford 16 blocks in 4 sets against USC on Friday. Incredible number. Campbell off 1 foot, gets the kill, and Stanford is rolling right now on a 5-0 run, and Michael Seeley is going to stop the action. We'll take a break. Stanford up 9-5, hitting .286 in the early going, behind 2 kills from Catherine Plummer and 2 blocks from Campbell and Gray.
Serving really, really tough, and of course they're playing defense when UCLA doesn't get a really good first swing, so they're able to side out, they're able to point score on their serve.
And that's why you take a timeout to kind of cool off the server. UCLA in system, Smith sends it down.
UCLA's got their work cut out for them to get the passes up there like that so they can utilize their middles and then open up the outside.
Simo serving. Campbell off the slide.
I think we see Stanford is really going to push the middles as much as they can. It's a good idea. It opens up the outsides later in the game, but it also gives the outsides a little stress relief to have to clean up all the trash when the pass isn't quite there.
Holly, not as big of an attacker as Madeline Gates, but she did have that NCAA tournament match last year in the finals. She hit .483 on 15 kills against Nebraska to help the Cardinal win their 2nd title in 3 years. Plummer, and there's Fitzmaurice on the blocking coverage. McMay. Oh, Smith right there. Plummer uncorks.
UCLA had a couple good opportunities. They elected to go high outside instead of trying to run something else, and McMay, of course, is up against the bigger block that Stanford can put up there and couldn't quite get the points. Stanford's just too good if they get second opportunities to score.
The Cardinal now hitting .353 in this match. Smith out of the middle. It's a triple block. Great up there by McClure. Back set, Hadrich. Terminal there.
Chang decided to change it up a little bit. A couple balls to a middle and a backside hitter, and it made a difference on that. Their transition set was a lot better. Hadrich was able to put it away.
Mike Seeley saying Hadrich has an elite arm. It took her redshirt season last year to get used to hitting a faster ball, and she has certainly expanded her range.
I would agree with that. She has got some real power, as does KP.
Yeah.
She shows she can hit the line from the right side, make it look effortless.
Where does Plummer rank among the hitters you've seen since you were coaching at Cal?
She's right up there in the top 2, 3, 4. You know, it's hard to remember that many years back sometimes, but there's been a lot of great hitters. She is someone that just made such an impact so quickly, and her name was out there so fast as a 6-rotation player, playing right, playing left. Most people don't know that she could also be a setter out there if she needed to be. And I think that she just rose to that level with the 2-time Player of the Year and a couple championships to brag about. That she sort of stands out at the top of that very elite list right now.
And she was the National Freshman of the Year before she was a 2-time National Player of the Year. Holly Campbell missing on the quick attack.
I still like what Stanford's doing, though. They're varying their quick attack. They're going in front of the setter. They're running the slide behind the setter. Depends on whether Jenna Gray is in the front row or back row that determines that. But for the middles of Stanford to be effective in front and behind the setter is key for their success. It's something that takes a lot of years of practice and a lot of reps to get perfected.
McClure, that hitting percentage steadily rising over the last couple of weeks, and there's no digging that one out from Emily Ryan.
I love the way she didn't look at where she was going to hit. She came up facing the setter. She cut it across her body to put it in an open area of the court. That's a great shot by the middle.
Seeley says Ryan has the best arm out of their middles. You saw it on display right there. Great serve. And that'll go down as an ace for UCLA. McMay, now 29 aces on the season to lead the team.
She does have a really nice flat floater. It clears the net by the minimal amount often, and it dives and moves.
Hey, you never really know where it's going.
You don't.
Another pass off target. Simo, tight set. May with the dig. Good dig again by May. Ryan puts it down.
Ryan with another cross body shot. I'm guessing that Stanford's going to try to make some adjustments on that, and we'll see if she can counter those adjustments. But some really, really good transition. That's a great dig by Simo, and then the cross-body snap.
So UCLA with the last 3 points midway through the first. Dig lands out. Kill for Fitzmaurice, her first.
That's a pretty impressive almost dig by Mac May. She had come way over from her middle back position to dig a cross-court shot. Couldn't quite get it in control.
Fitzmaurice talking with Kevin Hambly. Started her career as a middle blocker. Now on the
over from something like that.
She's done all right. And of course, Taylor, another cousin of hers, played at UCLA and then was a volunteer coach at Stanford as another ace for Formico.
There's one more cousin that played for me at Cal. And that's Joan Calario, the cousin with a different last name. That's a volleyball family.
It really is.
And that was a swing. Ryan hit that a little bit away from her body that time and scored going to zone 5 in the backcourt. So she's got a little range there too.
Ryan 4 for 4, hitting .306 on the season. That leads the team. Plummer from the back row is a little strong.
Short serve again. Barry seems to be the one that's throwing those short serves in there. It kind of clears out the middle of the court a little bit, and that worked to Stanford's advantage. They got a one-on-one with Plummer hitting out of the back row. She just couldn't bring it down into the court. Barry,
the libero, leads the team 3.5 digs per set. Overpass. Simo couldn't put it down, hence with the dig. And then McClure taking something off that swing, going off the block.
So there's something that we try to teach our players. If you are the one that made the overpass, you're the first person to know it, so get ready to dig the ball. And Hence was right there on that dig to make up for her error on the overpass.
Hence now 18 digs away from surpassing Gabby Ailes for the most digs in a Stanford career. May from the back row puts it down on the tip.
That's a tough tip to score from. You're taking off from behind the 3-meter line, and the ball's got to travel 10 feet before it gets to the net alone, and it still landed on the floor over the block.
Impressive stuff from Mac May, who, by the way, is averaging close to 4.7 kills per set this year. It's top 5 in the conference, 3rd overall in the Pac-12.
That's a lot of jumping.
That is. Bounce down, Catherine Plummer. How do you do?
I'll tell you what, there couldn't have been a very big hole in that block. I know she went high seam, but that ball went down into the middle of the court really, really hard. I think we'll see just a little. Oh, there we go. Smith moved the wrong way, guessing something else.
Wow.
Leaving Plummer alone.
Hadrich. Plummer's got 6 kills now.
Showing that diversity. She's an equal opportunity attacker with that. Likes to place it to different areas of the court and use different. With seeing stats like that, you know, at one point you go, how many swings can one player take in a set, in a match? You really want a little more balance from your team, so it'd be good to see that, you know, how many her second most player has taken. But that is incredible. What a workload for Khalil Lanier to stay healthy and be able to continue to produce like that is amazing.
She had 40 kills against Utah. It was the first time someone in the Pac-12 had 40 kills in the 25-point rally scoring era.
Yeah, that's pretty scary. Yeah. That's a lot of attacks. I'm guessing an hour in the ice bath after that match, probably.
She hit 392 in that match, so she was very efficient as well. Wilson serving. She got on a 5-0 run last time she was behind the service line. Hadrich off the block. Nicely done by Lexi Hadrich, the redshirt freshman.
She really went up high on that set and then turned her body in the air to get the inside hand of the middle blocker to deflect that to the floor. Really nice high swing.
She really elevates, can get up there. Out to Plummer. She's 7 for 13 with 1 air now.
She doesn't look rusty, does she?
No. This is her third match back as a 6 rotation player. She came in as a serving specialist against Arizona State. Then her first match back, going the whole way around, she hit 636.
That's pretty amazing.
That was a sweep of the Wildcats. Dave Rubio's group down in Tucson. Round the double. Heavy swing from Mac May.
Mac got a little assistance from the net tape on that one. I think Hentz was planted and in a good spot for that, but the deflection just changed it just enough.
Coming in to serve, Mari Hinkle, a freshman from Rosemount, Minnesota. Top 30 overall recruit. Number 2 libero in her class. She's a defensive specialist. May around the double. Hentz is there. McClure from the back. Good rally here, Mac May. Back set for Hadrich, and she gets denied. Campbell and Fitzmaurice.
You know, usually you want to try to switch your opposite to the right side. Stanford doesn't worry about it too much in that rally situation. Fitzmaurice on the left side blocking this. We can see her arms penetrate over and press in a little bit. Gets it with her right hand straight to the floor.
3 blocks for the Cardinal in the first set. They average close to 3 blocks per set to lead the conference, and there's the 4th block of the first set.
UCLA's offense just ran out of real estate. The pass brought Devin Chang a little bit to the left side of the court, and Ryan couldn't cut it back. There was not enough room to cut it back. The block could take up too much of the court for her.
Holly Campbell, 4 blocks herself. Plummer serving, good pass. Hadrich, over dig, and Ryan sends it down.
Nice anticipation by Ryan on that, not to reach over too early, wait till the ball cross the plane, and just tap it down.
It's her 5th kill, hitting 667. Kaylee Thompson serving, a transfer from Portland, played for Brent Crouch, the USC head coach at Portland. Crouch in his 2nd season at SC. Roll shot, McClure, nicely done.
Nice changeup, really froze the defense on that. She looked like she was going to take a full swing at it, and the last little part of her arm just slowed it down, rolled it right over. See if you can see how that arm slows down right at the end there.
Hentz serving. Roofed. Moser sent back. And Stanford at set point.
Fitzmaurice again, great penetration. Nowhere to go.
5th block of the first set for the Cardinal. Pass off target. May doing a great job with the out-of-system ball. But Stanford able to free ball it over. For the set. And it comes on the block. Fitzmaurice and Gates. And Stanford takes the first set 25-18.
The smaller the angles are they can hit, and the easier chance you have of getting a block and putting it in the court. Stanford's just doing that really, really well right now. I know they work on it a lot, and having the size doesn't hurt, but they're also good technically.
UCLA had a 4-1 lead to start that first set before Stanford really started getting into form. Kaylee Thompson out of rotation 1 serving. And that hit the bottom of the scoreboard, and since it went over, it's a point to Stanford. So Hentz will serve. Great story on Hentz a couple of weeks ago from GoStanford.com about her autistic brother, and part of a reason for the neurodiversity match that Stanford's hosting today. But if you have a chance to read the Journey to Hentzville story on GoStanford.com, written by David Keeper, you really should.
I enjoyed that whole story. That was really good. I knew a little bit of those facts earlier, but reading the details, just expands your knowledge. These are college athletes out here. We tend to forget that because we identify them with their stats and what they do on the court, but there's so much more to them. Those kinds of stories about every single player in the Pac-12 in every sport is so valuable to understand them.
Going out to McClure. Punched wide while we're talking about siblings in Stanford women's volleyball. Megan McClure, a great story with her and her sister Mandy, who was born with Down syndrome. And there's a great video feature on her, a great ESPN article, an ESPN article on the McClure sisters. Service ace. Formico has it going behind the service line this afternoon.
Yeah, Formico's favorite serve, I think, is that line-to-line serve that she's targeting Mac May right now on. And that ball just floats. It's coming right at you. It's like an outfielder seeing a line drive come right at you. It's a little harder to judge the speed and tempo when the ball is coming right at your face.
I think there might have been a rotation error on UCLA.
Yeah, they are trying to adjust their serve receive to put Mac May a little farther back and maybe hide her a little bit, and I think somebody just stepped across a little too far.
So in the stats, that'll go down as the 4th ace. Make it 5th now for Kate Formico. This is unreal.
She's feeling it right now. That ball looked like it was going to go long, and the bottom dropped out as Mac May kind of stepped aside and watched it hit inside the line.
Good pass that time. Simo, and they get Formico off the service line. Now, thankfully, from his perspective, Mike Seeley didn't need to burn a timeout, but would you, this early in a set, potentially just to freeze a server?
You might have to. It's something you don't want to do, but they tried adjusting their lineup 2 or 3 times, and finally, the final time, they got it right.
Gates off the slide.
One of the fun things about watching Gates get better and better is she hits that slide pretty wide, usually out almost to the antenna, and she has that range to hit it down the line when she sees that open or cross court. That time she used the block and hit a kind of a flat shot off the block.
Another ace for the Cardinal, this time Megan McClure. It's her 20th of the season, and Seeley's going to stop the action now. 7-3 Stanford. That was the 4th ace of the set already for Stanford. We'll take a break, come back with the rest of the second set after this on Pac-12 Networks. 25-18 and up 7-3 here in the second set. Moser right off McClure. Powerful swing from number 4 to the other number 4.
Really in system. You can see that her rhythm was good on that pass. Second step on the ball. Hit it high and hard and kind of flat.
Here's Devin Chang. Now, for a while, UCLA was doing a little bit of a different 6-2 when Thompson would do 4 rotations and Chang 2 rotations. Now they're 3 and 3 in recent weeks.
I think they just need to get points, and to do that, you need all 3 hitters all the time. And that's Gates again going high hands. Looked like she was trying to go line, but she saw the line blocker in her way and able to hit a flat shot off the hands. That's going to be really hard to stop for anybody.
Gates, 3 kills, 2 blocks. Here's Wilson, your favorite kind of server. It's the tape serve. Fortunately for UCLA, they're able to side out.
Sometimes it works to your benefit. It slows the ball down that might have dropped otherwise, but still a tough one. Still have a hard time with that.
So if you were in charge of the rules committee, we would go back to that not being an in-play serve?
I might do that, or I might suggest having it a let, just like tennis.
Yeah.
You get one more opportunity, and it's just kind of a replay.
Plummer splitting the double. Jenna Gray serving. Senior from Shawnee, Kansas, high school teammate of Adriana Fitzmaurice. They've won a couple of natties here on the farm. A good serve. May, nice swing. Getting the touch off the block.
May gets a good approach, plants her feet to the ball, is able to go straight up and kind of see the block and work with it a little bit cross-body shot down the line to break the block open.
Mac May from Dubuque, Iowa, was a member of the Dubuque Academy of Classical Ballet for nearly a decade growing up. Good serve. UCLA giving Stanford a taste of their own medicine.
You don't see that very often. Hence, just brought her hands away from the ball as it dropped a little bit.
Credit Mari Hinkle with her second ace of the season. Second ace of the match for UCLA as well. Back set for Plummer. Going line, and she finds the floor.
I do not think there was very much line to give there. It looked like Mac May had a pretty good block set up, and Plummer just manages to find just the littlest teeny piece there and score it.
9 kills for Plummer, hitting .533. Back set, Hadrich. That's in.
Unwinding the double sub.
So Kaylee Thompson back in. WCC All-Frosh for Brent Crouch at the University of Portland back in 2016. Mike Seeley saying she's finding her voice. UCLA, kind of tough to come in as a one-year transfer as a setter and really be super vocal right away.
And as a setter, you have to be vocal. You have to be that offensive captain out there. Tell all Americans where to go, where to stand, what you're going to set them.
And serving. May getting that one on the Stanford side of the net.
Stanford's strategy really looks to serve line to line, going area 5 to area 1 and do something. Maybe it's making the setters turn around, making the setters spin. You have a lot of different philosophies in your serving. You can go for a player, a target. You can go for an area, or you can calculate by rotation what you want, what you can try to make the other team be predictable with where you serve the ball. So see if Stanford sticks with the line to line. And this is, of course, Formico has had great success going line to line.
She of 5 aces today. Better pass from May that time. McClure getting the kill.
This is great communication by Stanford's experienced team. McClure came in under to get that tip, saw that Plummer was going to get it, so Plummer passed it, and then Gray sets McClure in the middle of the court. Those are the kinds of things that happen when a team has been working together for a long time.
This has been an extremely offensive set. UCLA is now hitting .889 after that swing, and Stanford's hitting .778.
So you could say there's not a lot of defense going on, but we've got 6 blocks in there and a number of digs. So they're both being pretty efficient. Passing the ball much better in this second set is UCLA.
Kelly Berry on the service. Transfer from San Diego.
That's a tough net.
And they got Moser on it.
McClure went up and off-speeded that. She didn't really have a good swing, and sometimes when you're preparing your block to take on that heat, you just reach over expecting the ball to hit you, and it doesn't, and you just nick the net.
McClure serving, an ace. Berry couldn't handle it.
This has been the real difference in this set right here. Seven aces in the match. 5 point different here.
Go out to Simo. McClure the dig. Plummer gets it off the block.
Early in the season, I know Coach Hambley was talking about working on setting Plummer higher or tighter, I'm sorry, not higher, but tighter to the net, and to give her a chance to use the block when she needs to rather than just going over it. That was a great case of that little tight set. She went off high hands and put it out of bounds, off the block.
10 kills for Plummer. 3-0 run for the Cardinal, pass off target. Out of system ball, over dig. Back set for Moser. The block is there for the Cardinal. Plummer and Gates that time.
Plummer and Gates really combining to get high and again over the net, penetrating the airspace, closing out the seam, closing out the angle.
17-10. They jump off the page.
Yeah, it really does. When you can serve that tough and keep the ball in, and some of these arguably could be floating long or floating to the sideline, it's hard to say, but when you've got that serve going, you've got to pass it, you got to give it a try, and then you let one go and it is an ace. So that sideline to sideline serve has really worked well for Stanford. It seems to be part of their game plan, and they're not going to deviate from it, I don't think, for a while.
So Formico up to 24 aces on the season. She had 19 coming in. That was tied with Megan McClure for the team lead. But Rich, I mean, of course, this is the defending national champion, so they figured to be in the national title race again. But when you get Catherine Plummer back and you're playing like you're playing the way today, I'm not sure there's a team in the country that could beat them.
It doesn't really look like it. Right now, they're just so smooth. They're so coordinated in their effort. They've got so many different things that they can do to score points. The blocking is one of them, obviously, but the service aces right now is that's the fastest way to score a point in volleyball. And if you can put 7 or 8 points on the board in a 3-set match, service aces, you're doing pretty well. And they've got 7 aces in 1.5 sets right now. And
it's not a big strength for them as far as total number of service aces. They're 7th in the conference in aces per set, 1.3. So middle of the pack, but this afternoon they've been outstanding.
And if that's a trend going up towards the end, then that's all good too.
So McClure, she has 2 of the 7 aces. Simo.
Taking out the trash on that out of system. That was a good play by Simo to really go up and put some heat on it. They needed that.
UCLA has brought Tristan Savage in, the 6'7" redshirt freshman from Oregon. Mike Seeley says she has all sorts of potential. Could be a really special player by the time she's done with college. Gates, big swing. Chang keeps it up. Free ball to the Cardinal. Chance to side out. And Plummer gets it done.
Tough to give a free ball up to the Cardinal on that.
Plummer, 11 kills, hitting .588. Hitting .308 on the season. Really good number for an outside. Hadrich. No touch. And out.
Pretty good high flat swing. Must have just missed the fingertips.
Wilson, a very good server as well. Block is there. Hadrich again. This time she's able to terminate.
Slides that just off the inside hand of Holly Campbell. Needs to just press in a little bit towards the middle of the court and she will stop that, but Hadrich saw it and did it.
Hadrich now leading the team with 6 kills in this match. Simo serving. Campbell going line, and that'll work.
Once again, there could not have been very much line for her to hit on that. And for Campbell to hit that ball that hard down the line is encouraging for her, with her offensive output just getting better now.
She's close to around 1.5 kills per set, hitting around 290. Solid numbers to go along with 1.3 blocks per set, which is very good. Mac made the Mac attack.
That's such a hard shot to hit off biggest block out there, Fitzmaurice. McMay is so strong and has that wide range. And I think she's got some great vision.
Hinkle trying to get them on a big service run, cannot do so. Stanford closing in on a 2-0 set lead with Plummer serving. set for Hadrick.
Nice pass to get that started. Haven't seen UCLA go to their middles very much, and that's going to be something they want to work on here when they get in system and try to just change up their offensive choices a little bit, spread it out a little bit more, get some more variety into their offense.
Well, when they've gone to Emily Ryan, it's been very effective. She's hitting .571 with 5 kills in this contest. Back set Fitzmaurice. Fitzmaurice again. And that dig attempt will land out.
I think Jenna Gray is one of the best back set setters in the country right now. She gets up, she can contort her body, she can put her hands on the ball and make that ball go behind her, setting up Fitzmaurice or whoever's back there better than anyone.
Well, you asked for them to go to the middle, Rich, and there's Emily Ryan.
There we go. They've got to keep pushing that a little bit, even maybe take some chances with it, with Ryan and whoever the other middle is, just to
13 aces on the season for the sophomore from Manhattan Beach to the 10-foot line. Over on 2. Haven't seen Gray do a whole lot of that this afternoon, but a very good attacking setter, Jenna Gray.
Yeah, she really hasn't needed to do that. It was just a matter of time before she double-handed that ball over.
Set point for the Cardinal. Hitting .684 this set. Back from the back dugout. Plummer. Simo through the double block. She powers it down. Simo's been very efficient, hitting .333 with 6 kills after hitting better than .500 against Cal on Friday in that sweep of the Golden Bears. Afternoon match. 2 p.m. start time on Friday.
Kind of a strange time.
Yeah. Devin Chang. Off the slide, Gates gets her former team, ending the second set. 25-18, 25-18. The Cardinal hitting .660 here in the third set. Also looked like Gates might have been into the net as well. So they have changed liberos. It's Mari Hinkle now with the off-colored uniform. Kelly Berry had started as libero, had some trouble passing in the first 2 sets. I got a piece of the block.
Sometimes you just have to shake things up a little bit. They were having trouble with their serve-receive patterns, and of course the libero has to be in the middle of that and directing it around. They just couldn't seem to find the right combination. So a little more radical change here, but that's what coaching is all about. That's what college athletics is all about, finding the right way to go.
Tight set there, and McClure with the left-handed kill.
That had to be a perfectly placed kill because Mac May was all the way over there to cover that tip, and she still couldn't quite reach it.
The ambidextrous Megan McClure. She's got 7 kills, hitting .500 with 9 digs.
Very quietly, isn't it?
Yeah. Swing goes long. There was a piece of the block, though, so 3-1 UCLA.
They do have a little rotation matchup different here. Formico's now serving from the right-hand side of the court and still targeting Mac May down the line. So the rotations changed a little bit. They had a little different look, but that worked better for UCLA to get the side out.
Kaylee Thompson on to set and serve. Gates off 1 foot.
High, deep spot right into the corner of the court. Nicely done. The slide is so hard to defend in so many ways. Blockers have to try to time their jump, and decide whether the slide hitter is going to go cross court or down the line, where they press their hands. And defensively, it's hard to read because that hitter is moving laterally so much, and they can pick it off at different heights that you don't really know how to read their arm until the last instant.
Mac May serving. Gates dug out by May. Plummer pummeling it down.
Simo jumps here with Jenna Gray. Middle blocker's a little bit late.
Wilson on serve. Go out to Simo, and she's sent back. So Stanford getting a point on serve with Wilson.
Wilson looks like she's going line to line again.
Campbell off the slide, it landed in.
That's a pretty nice shot, very finely done down the line.
So a 3-0 run for Stanford. Seeley stopping the action. We'll take the break. Stanford looking to sweep the Bruins on Pac-12 Networks. 3-0 run right now. UCLA did get off to a good start this set, but with Sydney Wilson beyond the service line, UCLA hasn't been able to side out yet.
Yeah, Coach Seeley must have seen something that he didn't like very much besides the 3-0 run and really wanted to make an adjustment quickly because they did get that good start and want to get that feeling back.
Good pass from May. Simo, and poked over by Plummer. Bump set from Simo. Too tight to the net. Stanford takes advantage.
That's a no-hope set right there. Too bad.
Wilson joined the program as a walk-on. Pass off target. But a good second ball there. Gray, campfire.
Double pancake attempt. Couldn't quite get it. Gray now with her second kill. 2 for 3 on the dumps.
She came into this match hitting .447. Obviously, doesn't have the attempts that as a hitter or a blocker would have, but still, that's pretty good.
That's good efficiency, and if you're a coach, then she's got a green light.
Yeah.
You know, tip when you want to, tip when you need to. She doesn't overdo it. She's so successful that she knows when. She takes a little peek over there, and she knows what the defense is doing.
Simo with the kill, setting up the service error there from Emily Ryan. Ryan's been very good offensively, hitting .636 with 8 kills. But UCLA without a block still in this match. Stanford with 8. Gray. Moser dug out. Plummer off the soft block. Rejected. Plummer and Campbell. That is the 9th Stanford block of the match.
UCLA's got to do something more in those transitions. They had no middle attack. No one was going up to fake the middle and try to hold them. She got stuck over there a little bit. So Plummer one-on-one is still an advantage Plummer.
Good pass from Simo again. Mack from the back and just gets over the net after it rattles it.
That's a pretty wide back row attack. We would call it a pipe or a bick if it's quick enough, but that was off center quite a bit to try to make the middle blocker move a little further to try to block that.
Devin Chang serving. California Gatorade Player of the Year out of high school. She's from Newport Beach. Fitzmaurice getting it done. Her younger brother Keenan in attendance, sitting right behind Rich and I. The Stanford men's basketball team getting a win over Santa Clara last night to improve to 4-0. Watching Big Sis get it done here this afternoon in Maples.
Is his shooting percentage as good as her hitting percentage?
That's a good question. Back set for Fitzmaurice. Good blocking coverage. Bump set coming. Hadrich around the double block. Hence was there, but a free ball, and it gets rejected. Fitzmaurice and Campbell having a field day at the net for the Cardinals.
That is some great defense by Hens. Set up around that block. The only place Hadrich could hit it was inside that block on that first attempt, and Hens dug it. And then the block has a chance to go, oh yeah, she did that last time. We're going to block it this time.
Out of system ball, May into the net on that swing. At what point do you use your second timeout if you're Coach Seeley?
I think you're probably calling a challenge anytime you have a chance first.
Okay.
And anytime soon, though. This is it's getting away from a little bit. The serve receive again is causing problems.
Hadrich.
This is where the block intimidation affects a hitter's mentality. They try to do things they're not comfortable doing. They try to overpower it or hit too fine an angle, and they just can't get it done quite well.
UCLA had been hitting close to 300 through the first two sets. They are hitting 0 in the third set. 5 attack errors already in the third. Threw a double block that time. Nice swing from Hadrich.
It's really tough with UCLA's system. Devin Chang tends to set the ball a little bit higher to Hadrich. Hadrich likes the higher ball, but against a big block, that's really tough unless you really have the experience to use the block a little bit more. Hadrich did a good job of getting that through the block on that one.
That's a good point, Rich. Kaylee Thompson known for the quicker sets. Chang known for the higher sets. And there's a block for UCLA. It's first of the match.
Never too late. That was a quick set to Campbell in tight to the setter. And UCLA didn't have to move too much to block that.
And they go to McClure. Good pass from Hens. Fitzmaurice one-on-one, gets stuffed by Mac May.
Mac May did a great job. Big swing approach to her block. Got her arms up and over the net and then pressed in towards the middle of the court. Fitzmaurice thought she had a one-on-one. She did, and that's usually the time to crush the angle. But Mac May was there ahead of her.
Good serve. McClure gets it back off her pass. High ball for May. No touch and well long.
Here comes the challenge. Why not?
Might as well, right?
Yeah.
You got 3 of them to use. So going to challenge it. There was a touch at the net. Coaches get 3 challenges and you get an extra one if it goes 5.
You could see that's what May was trying for. I did not see it, but I've got old eyes, so anything's possible.
First challenge we've had of just going to get blocked there.
I think so. That's just a tough call. You got to take a 0 on that, probably put it into the corner of the court, try to make somebody pass it that you don't want to pass it. Gray's in the back row. Make Gray take the first ball. Something to keep that rally alive.
Back set for Fitzmaurice, over dig. McClure. Going line, getting the kill, Lexi Hadrich.
Nice rally by UCLA to keep that going until they could get a good swing. Perfect set perfect back set by Devin Chang on that one to give Hadrich a nice shot, nice look at the court.
Chang with 16 assists and 5 digs. Kaylee Thompson, the other setter, 18 assists, 2 digs for UCLA. Quick set to Gates.
That's a play that I think Stanford would like to run a little bit more. It's a gap set. Gates is about 3 to 6 feet away from Jenna Gray, and Jenna Gray is actually off the net, pushing that ball to a zone that a blocker has a trouble to line up.
This is Formico. 5 aces thus far for her in this match. And Hadrich is roofed. McClure and Gates combining for the double block. And there is Keenan Fitzmaurice, Adriana's younger brother. You see Jalen Jasper, the Stanford men's volleyball team here. He is a great hitter for John Costi. Just long. Also. Kaylee Thompson in to serve. She played 3 points of the preseason in that season opener against Baylor, then got injured. And so they really didn't get into a good rhythm until well into the season, much later than they would have liked because of that injury. Overcall on UCLA. You agree with call?
I do. That's too bad because that ball might have fallen anyways. But you're a blocker up there. You're taught to be aggressive and take those. So it's a tough one to eat.
Good pass from Simo. Ryan with the kill.
I really like Ryan's cutback shot on that, the no-look pass. That's a hard thing. That's a strength thing. You can see here she cuts it back across her body. Really nicely done.
Serve goes long from Mac May. But if you're UCLA, you got to serve tough. And you can't really fault Mac May for that.
No, you're going against a team hitting in the 400s or 500s.
Yeah.
Siding out at 80% side out rate. You've got to do something.
Simo. Out to Plummer. And Stanford 5 points away from a sweep now. Plummer with 14 kills, hitting better than 500.
Stanford takes up so much space in the backcourt when they're playing defense. They make it look easy when they bring balls back in transition, but they're good at reading. They're good at setting up their system. Their block helps their defense position themselves. And they just bring a lot of balls back on transition that are tough to defend against.
No touch at the net, and the swing went long for Emily Ryan. Stanford can sense it now. Good pass from May. Simo one-on-one. The down ball just rejected by the tape.
I like what UCLA did in the last one. They set Ryan. She missed it. I would have loved to see them go right back to her the next good pass that they had because she's been so efficient. The miss was an anomaly. Let her get another one.
So Kelsey Campo coming in, number 22, a sophomore from Costa Mesa. Played 38 sets this year. Modern day product, so high school teammate of Natalie Birdie of Stanford. Plummer with the kill.
Campo immediately comes in and gets a nice dig. Keep that rally going. Too much heat by Plummer on that.
So 15 for Catherine now in the kill department. Gray serving. From the back row, Mac May. Back set Moser going line. The dig from Hentz. Plummer blocked. Savvy Simo and Tristan Savage.
That's a little victory right there for UCLA.
Yeah, anytime you can block Catherine Plummer. So Chang serving. It's the third block. All coming in this set for UCLA. And a great serve by Chang. Great effort by the Cardinal. Bump set from Hentz. Plummer tipping it over the double block. Beautifully done from the senior from Aliso Viejo.
So hard to defend against, and that was a pinpoint, perfect non-setter set. It was a great effort by Plummer to keep that out of the benches. This set by Hentz is on the money.
Looked like that might have gone out.
I was thinking the same thing.
Well, it's a side out either way for UCLA thanks to Lexi Hadrich. It's so tough to tell whether those serves are going to die down or not when it gets to that back line.
And they let one of them go that did die,
yes.
so it makes you hesitate even more.
McClure has the Cardinal at match point. Megan McClure with 8 kills, hitting better than .350. And oh yeah, 14 digs. Stanford can close this out right here on a Morgan Hentz serve.
Stanford has been very, very businesslike in their approach to this. They're working so well as a team, making their points look easy, and it's not. They are just doing such an efficient job with all aspects of their game right now.
Hitting .393, 12 blocks, 7 aces. Just every department has been spectacular for the #4 team in the land. Hinkle with the pass. High ball for May. Terminal on that swing, Mac May.
Looks like she got a little extra lift on that jump. Was not going to let the match end on that one.
And Mac doesn't want to go back to UCLA yet. She has 9 kills. Hinkle serving. She's been the libero here in the third set, replacing Kelly Berry. Back set. Kendall Kipp in there. And she gets blocked on her tip attempt.
Little tight on that back set. Tough to get a good approach on that. UCLA's still alive.
What's the biggest set point comeback you've seen?
I'll tell you if UCLA scores this one.
All right. They do.
They do. It's the one I've seen is personally, we came back from 1924 against USC and came back and won that set and then won the match 3-1. And that was the most astounding. That was in the rally score era. I still like to watch that on video now and then.
This was 24-17. What a swing by Megan McClure, putting the exclamation point on this 3-set sweep for Stanford.
Who says she can't hit the ball hard?
Oh.
That was a crush by Megan McClure through the block, off the libero's chest for the match.
That's the definition of terminate right there.
Yeah, you know, UCLA has so many weapons, and she gets overlooked a little bit because of the star power on the team. But McClure does it all, and she finished with a little emphasis on that last one.
She finished just 1 kill shy of a double-double, 9 kills and 14 digs for her. Catherine Plummer leading the way with 16 kills as the Cardinal hit .368 in the match with 12 blocks, sweeping UCLA 25-18, 25-18, 25-20. That will do it for us here from the farm. For our producer, Zora Ziani, our director,